someplace I wouldn't mind getting a look at. That's a good hint. Get those entries in, and the best of luck to you. Now, have you had any luck on the ponies today? Maybe. Race 7 at Rosehill will do the trick. Here's John Tapp.
Good, Ken. It's the Diners Club Cup. Kessam has a good horse's weight, and he's got a big job ahead of him, but if he's going to win the Doncaster next Saturday, he'll need to win this. Ken, maybe the one barrier could be a bit of a trap in Kessam's case.
Yes, John, I've got a fabulous opinion of Kessam, but that's why I haven't tipped him. I thought he might get caught back in the ruck a tiny bit, and I've tipped Spot the Rock, who should be up there out of trouble. But who knows? It's racing, and Kessam is a darn good horse. Kessam is showing $4.20 on the tote, which is almost 3 1/4 to 1 or 13 to 4. 13 to 2, 6 1/2 to 1, the Kiwi Royal Creation. Stargazer is a roughie at 25 to 1. Spot the Rock, fractionally better than Kessam, about $4.30 at the moment on the tote, just over 3 1/4 to 1. 5 to 1 from the Planet, Shane Dye's mount. He might win another race. He's won most of the others. Petriro and Procol Harum are scratchings. Procol Harum a late one. Port Kingdom at 66 to 1. 15 Century Rain. He'll rock it home. Mocker's another one who'll get to the line well. A little horse, Mocker, ridden by Jimmy Cassidy. He's at 6 1/2 to 1. Greenback is a scratching. Mr. Money Market is at 44 to 1. 60 Thrifty Reserve. Dixon Street is at 60 to 1. Sir Patrick can be placed to better advantage, but he's a promising sprinter. He's at 14 to 1. 100 Sue Chief, that seems good odds. 50 to 1 Tour Joy, and 200 to 1 Direct Sale. They're the prices. I've got my money on Spot the Rock. Here's Johnny.
Righto, Ken, thank you. The fashion parade continues on the public address system, and I hate to cut across the top of them, but I have little choice because they're about to jump. No, we're clear now, thank goodness. Okay, all set to jump in the Diners Club Cup. Light flashing on top of the stalls, and the starter Billy Dale comes over to dispatch the field. Now Kessam is in the number 1 gate. Off and running. Kessam jumped away on terms with the field. Torjoy got shuffled straight back to the tail, and From the Planet was a bit slow to move at the start. Port Kingdom bounded right out in front of Sir Patrick and Dixon Street, followed by Spot the Rock. Direct Sale handy, so is Sue Chief. And Kessam is quickly pushing along the fence into a good spot when they get going. He's going to settle about 4th. A length or so to Thrifty Reserve, followed by Mr. Money Market, and then From the Planet, Century Rain. Royal Creation can't go. The speed is back second last, and tailed off is Torjoy. At the 1,000 mark they're going lickety split in front, and Port Kingdom led by about a neck on Stargazer second. In third place Sir Patrick on the outside of Spot the Rock, followed by Sue Chief. Out deep Dixon Street. On the fence Kessam, who's about 4 lengths off the lead. Further back Direct Sale, and a gap then to From the Planet, who's improving along the inside of Mr. Money Market. Thrifty Reserve is out deep. Further back Royal Creation, followed by Mocker and Century Rain, and Torjoy can't keep in touch. Up to the turn now, 500 out, and Port Kingdom leads into the straight over Stargazer with Dixon Street wide out. Kessam is on the fence behind them, waiting for a run, followed by Spot the Rock, and then Sir Patrick and Sue Chief as they turn the corner where Port Kingdom is the leader over Stargazer. Now Kessam is ambling up to them on the outside, and coming to the 200 mark, Moses looks very, very confident. Royal Creation has come out of the pack, so Moses will want to be confident, and Thrifty Reserve is coming at them. Kessam tackled and headed by Royal Creation. From the Planet and Thrifty Reserve are charging at Royal Creation. From the Planet has dropped out of the sky. It's another one to RS Dye. He got up to beat Royal Creation and Thrifty Reserve. Kessam looked 4 to 1 on in the straight and hasn't run a place. Then Spot the Rock, Mr. Money Market, Port Kingdom, Century Rain, Mocker, Torjoy, Sue Chief and Stargazer, Dixon Street, Sir Patrick, and last is Direct Sale. By gee, we've had some surprises today. Kessam looked 4 to 1 on when he cantered up to the lead at the 200 mark and hasn't run a place. Royal Creation first to tackle him, Thrifty Reserve the next, and then dropping out of the sky, RS Dye on From the Planet, number 5, $6.40 and $2.30. Royal Creation, $2.30, and the other one there is Thrifty Reserve, number 13, a place dividend of $11. Ken, this is very close right on the line. From the Planet, Royal Creation. Struth, I had no doubts. From the Planet, I'm not so sure now, Ken.
He's one, John, don't you worry. From the Planet, there's one out from the rails in the yellow cap. That's Kessam on his inside. Outside him is Royal Creation, and wider out again in the red colours is Thrifty Reserve. Royal Creation in front. Here comes RS Dye. He knows where the winning post is, and From the Planet, he's got the cash. Don't you worry, Johnny Tapp, and gives Billy Mitchell a terrific hand in next week's Doncaster handicap, because not only has he got From the Planet, but the young Randwick trainer has also got Liverstone Lane, who'll be ridden by Jimmy Cassidy. The number's official. Number 5 from the Planet, RS Die first, and that's to go with his Golden Slipper on Terse, the first race on West Dancer, and the BMW on Dr. Grace. 4 in the hole for RS Die, the brilliant young Kiwi jockey. We'll have more brilliant racing for you in the future on the Wide World of Sport, but thank you for viewing today. Next week from Randwick, the Doncaster Handicap.
Jockey Shane Dye's amazing afternoon continues at Rose Hill, and let's check the results and New South Wales TAB dividends for Sydney Race 7, the Diners Club Cup over 1,500 metres. The correct numbers 5, 2 and 13. First from the Planet, $6.40 and $2.30. Second, number 2 Royal Creation, $2.30, and third, number 13 Thrifty Reserve, $11.50. In AFL, it's a close and tough game.
Former New Zealand jockey Shane Dye rode his way into the Australian racing history book today. Dye's victory in the Golden Slipper at Rose Hill was his 3rd successive win in the world's richest race for 2-year-olds. The narrow but decisive win by Tierce gave veteran Sydney trainer Clary Connors his first Golden Slipper success.
This year, the Golden Slipper shaped up as yet another example of a good filly versus a good colt. The filly, Bold Promise, was heavily backed on and off course. She was unbeaten in 5 starts, and her win over the Colts and the Magic Millions on the Gold Coast had ensured she'd start favourite. But racing history has shown that a good colt will almost always beat a good filly. Supporters of Terse, beaten just once in 6 starts, would not hear of defeat. The race began in sensational fashion.
Bold Promise missed the kick. Bold Promise is a clear last out of the starting gate.
Mick Dittman took Bold Promise through on the rail, but coming to the home turn was forced off the fence.
Bold Promise midfield on the fence, and she'll need luck to get through that bunch of horses. Further back is Umatilla, followed by Did He Do It, but heads a turn for home in the Slipper, and Bionnet is clear. Bionnet by more than a length to Cloudlet, followed by Canonise, and then Razor Rhythm. Terse starting to wind up at the head of the others, Big Dreams, and Bold Promise not doing enough. Bionnet still in front, Canonise and Terse. Big Dreams can't reach them. Bionnet tackled by Terse and Canonise. It's another one for Shane Dye. Terse wins the Slipper. Terse beat Canonise.
For Clary Connors and his wife Mari, a dream had come true. Back in 1983, Connors had trained Victory Prince to an upset win over the champion Red Anchor in the Sires Produce Stakes. Now a son of Victory Prince had given Connors the race he wanted more than any other.
When so far back, I was a bit worried, but he worked through the race quite well, and from where I was sitting, I thought he sort of moved into it nice, and I was very happy.
For jockey Shane Dye, there would be no celebration tonight. He was thinking of his wife.
No, well, my wife's been very sick and she's at home, so it'll be a big buzz for her, and I'll be home at night.
And there was still more success to come for Shane Dye. Victory in the $1 million BMW on Dr. Grace.
Dr. Grace still in front. Shazora, as game as they come, is trying to pick him up, but she won't reach last year's Derby winner, and Dr. Grace leads most of the way to win the BMW.
And there's the result of the Slipper, a new race record by Tierce. Bold Promise unplaced 10-9 on. And the BMW, Dye ended up in fact with 4 winners for the day. Shazora pulled up sore in that race, so did the favourite Superimpose, jarring up badly on the hard track. It was a bookie's day at Flemington. Only one favourite successful, and the Duke of Norfolk going to the Sydney-trained stayer Missouri Wolf at 33-1. The first won by Apollo Magic, starting at 7-4 favourite, having its first run over the fences. Desert Orchid, a failure at Sandown on Tuesday, but an improved effort to score today. The third went to Star Style Dan at 25-1 from the David Hayes team. The fourth and Prince Redeemus led all the way, well ridden by Stan Aitken. Now the Duke of Norfolk, Missouri Wolf, made it a procession.
Big break over Be Reasonable, true champion, and they were followed by Delmar and Oops a Daisy, but Missouri Wolf has gone further in front down the straight. 16's clear, will bolt in. Missouri Wolf, a big space, wins at 7 lengths. Be Reasonable second, Delmar third. Then
hard to find excuses for the beaten brigade there, Missouri Wolf easily. It was the 6th event, the 2-year-old fillies now.
On, and Spanish Gem with a run on the outside. Charleston Party led at the 100. Spanish Gem, the filly, coming out after it. Charleston Party by a length. Spanish Gem dies slightly. She's still coming. Charleston Party hangs on from Spanish Gem. Charleston Party from Spanish Gem. And third placing went to Glorious Day.
Charleston Party well ridden by Darren Gouchy. The second horse was a bit stiff. Gamine had never been placed at Flemington before today.
Under the whip now from Sir Jupiter and Clint. Kalahari, Belmore will keep not going on. Spring Thor with a late run, but it's all Gamine. At the 100-metre mark, she'll break her duck at Flemington in a big way. She's 4 or 5 in front of Clint, Spring Thor and Sir Jupiter. Gamine in a breeze. Wins it well. Spring Thor second. Clint a half head away third. Sir Jupiter...
Gamine far too classy for them. The second horse is close to a win over a staying trip. And the last went to Temperate King. Easy in the betting out to 20 to 1. Second horse, not a bad run, missed the start. Daily double today, 19 and 2, 144.90. The extra paid 38.25. Quadrella, 1863.30. And have a look at the quad extra. The trick getting Missouri Wolf in the first leg, nearly 79,000. In a day of high drama, the first yacht home in the opening leg of the...
Next with Greg Moss.